Hey, what is up? It is the Follow Up Media Podcast. My name is Khristian Lee. I'm my co-host, Riley Austin, sitting right next to me,
Oh, yeah.
across from me.
Super excited.
There you are, dude.
Again,
There you
thanks
are.
for having me on for the 8th time.
Really? Damn, we can't let that happen.
But I have some new people on here.
So today we're gonna dive into something that I think you and I run across consistently.
For sure.
And it's basically some questions to ask yourself if you're a business, and you've been paying an SEO company, you've been paying a marketing agency to handle some of your website marketing when it comes to search engine optimization and actually trying to help get you organic search results. And, maybe it might be ad campaigns, the creation and management of those. The problem that a couple years ago when we launched this business, and it was more of a production house is kind of what I was going for, that I never expected was when we started like taking over and producing content, was running into a situation where they had either been burned by previous marketing agencies that had been handling their stuff. And when I say burned, I mean they've been paying $2,000 a month for a number of services and either A, got no results, or B, just these people were just sitting
Taking advantage of
fat and happy, just like, oh, that's $2,000 a month guaranteed, and basically phoning it in and not doing anything.
Right.
And I know Riley, who's my VP of sales, you're dialing, you're establishing contact, you're identifying, reaching out, and really trying to build a relationship with certain businesses of multiple different industries. And a lot of these people, come to find out, are in the same camp.
Yes. Oh, most definitely.
Would you agree with that?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. No, they definitely have spoken their mind about how they feel about the SEO company that they're with. Whether they get the report, don't even know how to read it. I mean, it's better off being in Spanish. Like they don't know how to read the analytics.
Yeah. So I thought if we could come up with some certain questions to ask yourself as a business owner, and then maybe, if you really want to go down the road, you might be able to ask the marketing company that you've been paying if they're still around.
Yeah.
The first thing is the monthly report, which you just mentioned.
Yeah.
A few clients who we are now handling their SEO fell into this category. They heard from their marketing agency or SEO company once a month, and that contact, that touch point, was the email of a monthly report. Now, that monthly report was filled with charts and diagrams and stats, and to the business owner, unless you have a very good understanding of how all of these stats correlate to your ROI for your investment, they become almost like, who's got time? It'd be like you reading a bunch of legal jargon.
Yeah.
Do you understand it?
Nope.
Do you understand how these numbers correlate with these numbers and how that shows the client any amount of work that you've done for that particular month? So these clients who are now our clients had reached out to their marketing agency and said, hey, can you help tell me how to make heads or tails of this?
Yeah.
And a lot of times he never got a clear answer and still ended up kind of throwing his hands in the air and basically going away, which is where they want you to go, or giving you an answer that is like, well, you never really answered my question, right? Like, what is it that you do on a monthly basis? What am I paying you for? Right. And a lot of times you'll have these companies that are like, we have a proven system. It's a tried and true SEO, program, and it served our clients right. But here's the thing. SEO, Google, YouTube, it is an ever evolving, ever changing. You can't just have one tried and true like method of handling it. You're going to get left behind. And that's the thing. It's like, what are you doing different this month than you did last month? Are you adding more backlinks, or are you changing up the keywords based on our competitors? based on the time of year it is, I mean, depending on what industry you're in, maybe AC units and how to fix my furnace or who's going to fix my furnace is probably going to show up more in spring when things start to warm up. Those search terms probably go through the freaking roof.
Right. Let me ask you a question. Since you're a business owner, I can't really answer this question, but I know what I would think was the right answer.
I don't know.
I
I
but
don't know what you're talking about.
if someone's checking on you, say you're spending $2,000 a month, someone's checking on you once a month, you're not going to trust them as much as someone saying, hey, maybe every other week or maybe a couple times a month. You're going to trust them a lot more when they're coming to you and not just kicking back and saying, oh, yep, we did it. Here's a thumbs up. I'll just like your text or contact you one time a month. Like,
Well, I mean, most of the time the contact is through the email with the report. It's like, hey, here's your monthly SEO report.
thanks for the check.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. I took my daughter to a swim meet in 3 states over. You covered my trip. Thank you very much for that. Or depending on what exactly it is, maybe you took me to the strip club and I made it rain. I supported some strippers' kids. I mean, whatever it is. Well, that's the difference. And that's the follow-up media difference.
For sure.
So what we do and what I demanded my SEO team do is that because Follow Up Media has a website, we need SEO. Our furniture fabrication company has a website, they need SEO. You have a website, you need SEO. So I demanded that I wanted to know exactly where my money was going.
Yeah.
Even though I'm their boss. But still, I still have to pay them. And I want to learn. I want to learn their strategy.
Yeah.
So I'm better equipped and in the know with the process, because before I really started, handling other people, I didn't really know much about configuring SEO for a website, your website speed, your backlinks, your keywords. I mean, it is a science, but it's an ever evolving science.
It's important. Yeah.
And so I demanded for myself, as I do for my clients, we give you a weekly report.
Yeah.
You get a email from me every week that says, this is what we did.
Yeah.
If we added backlinks, we added 50 new backlinks. We submitted, follow-up media to this many new business directories. We optimized all these images or new images for the website. Image optimization. We put we put tags. We updated low content pages, things of that nature. And so therefore I go, and it's actually, my request was that they write it like I was a 3-year-old.
Yeah.
So I could understand it. Like, oh, this is what you did. And I just look at it and go, cool. All right. Now what are you doing next week?
Yeah.
And they normally have a plan for that. And so that is the difference between what we do at Follow Up Media, because I don't want my clients to go, what does this mean? I mean, I want to show you every Friday that the team that, you're paying me to handle your SEO stuff for your website, there's no doubt about what was done. And then there's a monthly report still about what we achieved. If new leads or contacts came in through our Google business profile, how we're relating in searches for podcast studios or podcast creation in Alpharetta or East Cobb. They're updating our positions as they upgrade, whichever direction it might go. What about anything else, Riley? Did I answer you?
Yeah, no, you did answer me.
Well, damn straight I did.
Once a week.
All right. So, when was the last time, your agency updated their strategy? And this is kind of what I was talking about, the ever-changing SEO landscape, that the strategy black hole, are they still running that same game plan they set up when you sign the contract? It's a great question, right?
Yeah.
If you have been with an agency or an SEO company for 2 or 3 years and they haven't updated their strategy, that's a problem. And you might go, Khristian, well, I have reached out to them and, maybe they sent me the contract that I signed about what are we doing? Well, they outlined what they're doing when you sign the contract with them.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean you have to stay with them. And if their contract and their strategy is not improving and they can't show you what they've been changing, well, give me your money. please, or give it to Riley. I mean, if you want to throw money down the drain, I mean, I'll take donations. I mean, we could probably donate it. We could probably meet and talk and find a good cause for you to just throw your money away. Maybe a stripper's kids. I mean, or something. I mean, I don't know. I mean, like, strippers need support too, and their kids definitely do, especially if there's no dad in the picture. I'm not saying that that's the case all the time. Anyway, have they given you a clear roadmap? Okay, of new opportunities, clear roadmap of where you're going, what's next, what's in the pipeline, what they think you need to change, right? I mean, there are so many tweaks along the way. You don't continue on one path and don't make any course correction. Otherwise, you're way off the beaten path at that point. From point A to point B might have a lot of turns and changes as you start going.
Yeah.
To get you from where you are to where you want to be, you might have to go around a few windmills, jump over some puddles, maybe hop in a boat. I mean, I don't know. Maybe take a helicopter. I mean, there might be some treacherous terrain to get there. Otherwise, you're just wandering.
Yeah.
Right?
Mhm.
So that would be another question. Has the agency that I've been paying for X amount of time provided me a new roadmap? I mean, like at the end of each year, there should be just like every other year. You should evaluate, what you achieved, where you won, where you lost, and some initiatives need to be put in place.
Yeah.
Maybe it's an ad spend this year. Maybe it's a podcast. Maybe it's video content. Maybe it's YouTube optimization. Maybe it's having a company take over your social media. Maybe it's firing the other agency and bringing on somebody who's actually going to work for their money.
Not take advantage of you.
Yeah, not go to sleep.
Yeah.
I mean, if it was that easy, and I really think it was probably, when everything evolved with the internet and everyone's like, now we need a website. F the yellow pages. We don't need yellow pages. Now we have a website. That is. And now there's Google. Google's on the scene, setting out all these capabilities for people to find your business like that.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, great. Well, now we got that. We have a website. But I mean, okay, the website at this point is not good enough.
Yeah.
You can't just have a website, right? So, but there needs to be tweaks and you got to figure out, all right, well, what are we embracing this year? And so that marketing agency you're spending money on should be able to provide you with strategies.
Yeah.
And should be coming to the table with fresh ideas.
Mhm.
Like, listen.
Not just what's in the contract.
Yeah. And I mean, if the ad spend that they managed, could it have been because it was them managing it? Sure. But there's some good agencies out there too that know what the hell they're doing. Right? It's funny. Once you accept what something costs, and as a business owner, in your personal life, and you decide that, okay, I've come to terms with spending it. And then you get used to spending it.
Yeah.
But where's the ROI? Where is your money going? What's your return? What are your key performance indicators that it's going the right direction? Those are the things you need to be asking yourself. And if you're not getting the answers, I'm telling you, followupmedia.com.
For sure.
Or, I mean, even if you don't come to us, choose somebody. Choose somebody that is going to take your money and actually have your best interests in mind and try to get you to point B.
Yeah.
Or C or D or wherever the hell you're going. Bring in new opportunities. We already talked about. Are they actually doing SEO or are they just monitoring your SEO?
Yeah.
SEO involves technical work. I mean, it really does. Optimizing pages, testing new strategies. It's a continuous improve-a-thon. I don't even think that's a word. It's just continuous improving, as we all should be doing in our personal lives as well. Sharpen yourself, become better today than you are tomorrow. And that's what the SEO company should be doing to your damn website and quit messing around.
Yeah.
I mean, it actually starts to piss me off. It's like, because it's been such a constant now that I get mad. Like, I want to walk into those people's office and take a bat and just come through their desk.
Yeah. Or bring a lawyer in there and be like, hey.
So it'd be too,
Yeah.
that would be too buttoned up. I think they need to be scared.
Okay.
Just a little fear for just a moment. I'm not a violent person. Are they creating content? Actually ranking the content? A lot of times, I mean, with Google SEO, there are metrics and things you can monitor to determine how you're doing. I've also run into situations where we've come in as a secondary, not necessarily on the agency side, but more on the production side. But then when I ask for a copy or access to the GA4, which is their Google Analytics, even if it's read only, I'm not trying to change anything. I'm trying to gather data for our report.
Yeah.
So I can show them that their content initiative that we're managing and handling is working. And they don't want to give it up. Like, they don't want me seeing what they've done. Now, that doesn't mean they're not doing anything, but it does put a new set of fresh eyes on it, which could jeopardize their business and the work they've been doing. And I get it. And if they're doing a great job, I'm not looking to bow. I will give them the kudos they deserve. If they're handling now our clients, because it's not just their clients anymore, now we have to work aligned with them, alongside them. Our efforts are to get that client to where they want to go. But still, they're protective of that because they don't want maybe us seeing something, or maybe they are coasting and they definitely don't want us pointing it out, because if they are, extra, read all about it.
Yeah.
I'm putting it on my website.
Yeah. I actually had a conversation about this with a family friend that owns a business, and he was saying that it's taken a week and a half just to get in contact with the SEO company for his website.
Wait, who's this?
Davis.
Really, Riley?
Dave. Yep.
Let me explain something to you here. So the situation that Riley has just pointed out is a good friend of him.
Yep.
Known him for a long time.
Years. Yep.
Riley has now been working with me for about 8 months. He's seen what we're capable of. He's seen how we execute for other people. And did you go in for the hard close, Riley, when he expressed his frustration about having a week and a half of trouble getting a return phone call?
I didn't go for the hard close, but I did say that is what I do for a living, and that is ridiculous. That it's that kind of week.
That is ridiculous. I was Mr. Stuff angry about I always had with him. No, but seriously, that is an opportunity, because why wouldn't he give that business to you?
Right.
I mean, he sees what he's getting now. And so that would be an indication to me. Maybe Davis needs to listen closely to this episode, because that would be a red flag.
Yeah.
Granted, if he's at it, but still, is this a one-man operation? Is this a company? Is this somebody reputable that is like, or is this like his sister's friend who says they can do SEO?
I believe it's a one-man show that says that he could build websites and do an SEO and do it to the full potential of a company.
Oh. But it takes a week and a half to get back.
Yes.
So this would be something that I would ask myself, is this an out of the normal thing? Like, okay, is normally he responds to me, it doesn't take a week and a half. But now it would raise red flags to maybe I need to question what it is that they're actually doing.
Yeah.
Do you know how much Davis is paying?
I believe $800.
$800 a month.
Mm-hmm.
$800 a month.
Yeah.
So,
and he said that at the beginning it was contact all the time. And then as soon as they got complacent, all of a sudden now it's kind of crickets. And I see that with a lot of the people we've been talking to.
It's a thing.
It sucks, but
I mean, well, yeah, if you think about it, $1,000, $2,000 a client, get 20 of those. What is that? $40,000 a month or whatever, or $20,000 a month. I'm billing them, sending out the invoice at the first of the month, and I just hand them this little report right there, and I just print up and say,
"See you next month."
Doing good, buddy.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Things are looking up.
Yeah.
Can you feel the leads? Are they beating down the door yet? No. And so he really needs to come talk to us,
For sure.
because, and I have a lot more questions for him.
Mm-hmm.
And I got his number. Now I feel like I need to have a combo with him.
Yeah.
But let us look at it, because I would be interested for $800 a month, which is pretty cheap, where he stands versus his competition. How many keywords? How many backlinks? How many registries or directories is he a part of? No,
He's got a couple videos on there.
a couple videos in there, but it's about the content.
Yeah.
It's about the user experience.
Mm-hmm.
It's about the speed. It's about the image optimization. I mean, there's so many things that go into, and there's so many like tests and you can run, because Google tells you, okay, well, it's got, it's going to take off points for your website if it doesn't load quickly because it's got a bunch of junk or the images aren't optimized or it doesn't, because no one wants to sit there. That's not a good user experience. And so we're going to wrap it up. And if you have any questions for us, please join the show. Please subscribe to us on any podcasting platform, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Feel free to reach out and ask questions. We want you to share this with somebody if you think that has been getting robbed. And I have one more question or analogy or scenario. Okay. And a lot of times it's like, I have a client right now that is like on the fence of coming over to us. We have given him reports as to how they are not. And it's one of these proven, tested, slow and steady wins the race, or you know what I'm saying? It's quality over quantity. This is an ever evolving landscape and strategies do need to change. You need to change. You need to keep up with the changes being made and what's the best way to optimize for those changes. But if you were a business owner and Riley had been employed for 2 years with you and you found out that he was stealing thousands of dollars a month, thousands over the course of 2 years, and you came to realize that it had summed up to be 25, 30 grand on top of what he was getting paid, and you came to him, exposed him, you told him you knew he had stolen on top of his annual salary $30,000 from your kids' mouths or your wife's mouth or your family, whatever. And he said, listen, I'm really sorry. Can I get one more month's worth of money and I'll pay you back? Would you go? Yeah, sure. Yeah.
You've always been great to me.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Would you pay him another month and him go, you know what? Now I'm really going to work for it.
No, I would.
You would fire him. You wouldn't give him another chance. You wouldn't give him the opportunity to step it up at that point. If you're bad in business, then make that decision and you might and there are businesses out there that will let you literally steal, cheat, show up late and just do nothing and not fire you. I don't know why, because they're run by bad business people.
Yeah.
People that might be creative, but are really not in a position to lead. And what that ends up doing is that also creates a very toxic environment because the people that do work see the people that don't, or the people that are honest see the people that are stealing, and still they're not fired. Why should they give a damn if you don't?
Yeah.
I think is the question. I think if they haven't been doing their damn job for the last year or 2 years and they're phoning it in,
what makes you think they're going to change?
What makes you think now they're going to step it up? Now, you could threaten them with, I'm pulling this money. And you might get a little more effort over the course, but it's going to revert right back.
Yeah.
And now you've wasted more time. And what that does, it's not just wasting the money that you're actually paying them, but what opportunities are you missing out on?
Yeah.
Because they're not doing their job to get your company out in these search results, for these keywords. What are you losing? You could be losing the deal of your life that could have walked in that door.
Very true.
I mean, so what opportunities have you lost? How much money more have they cost you? You won't know. You don't know. But I do know, and you probably know, that if the phone ain't ringing, it's them.
Yeah. Yeah. Very true.
I mean, not all them, but I mean, you got to think about it.
Yeah.
We are right now, and I don't know if it's going to 100% go through. Now, Follow Up Media, our new website, which is 2.0, because we had one last year that should have launched in March, but we ended up having to rebuild it, start over, and it didn't go live until September. It needed SEO from the beginning. There was no SEO, no image optimization, and then the team took over and started handling it. So actually, we have had some of our first organic search results where someone had Googled services that we provide, full service production studio, agency, marketing agency, within 15 miles of this gentleman's house. And this lead has turned into something so significant that a proposal has been made. We might have a $10 or $15,000 monthly retainer for a very big company based off of that search result coming up within 15 miles of his house.
I didn't reach out to him. You didn't reach out to him.
No, he came to me.
Yeah.
And he stood me up. And the first time we were supposed to meet, I'm not going to let you live that down. If you hear this, I'm not going to call names, but no, he's actually becoming a friend.
Yeah, he's awesome.
And a new client, and an amazing client, but a very valuable client. And who knows from that client what that might lead into just from a referral perspective.
Definitely.
So it all matters. It all matters in the grand scheme of things. So just, protect your money, protect your investment. Make sure the people you are hiring, even if you don't understand it all, are doing their damn jobs. Yeah. Riley, you want to close anything out?
I mean, you hit nail on the head on that one.
Damn straight I did.
Yes, you did.
Thanks for listening.